Okay, so we first looked at the previous balance method. Again, you need to remember the names on the quiz. And today we're looking at the adjusted balance method. So the previous balance means I go and use the previous balance, right? I find my finance charge by doing the calculation using the periodic rate. Remember to take my APR and either divide it by 12 if it's monthly or 365 if it's daily. Okay? And today we're going to look at the adjusted balance method, where we figured out yesterday that this one was what? Better, because why?
Because it's less.
It's less, right? Awesome. So, remember, up here, adjusted balance method, I'm subtracting my payments and credits before I try to figure out my finance charge. And then the new balance would be using that new number. So, you're on letter E. What page?
130.
Yeah. So we're on 140. We're on letter E, right?
Yes.
All right, I don't know what this person's name is. So uses a credit card that carries an 18% APR and uses the adjusted balance method for calculating finance charges. So right there they tell you a lot, right? Yossi's statement listed these facts. The previous balance was $310.33. And then it shows the purchases. So here's my previous balance. What was the number again? Sorry.
310 and 33 cents.
Okay. Purchases. And what else could be considered a purchase?
Fees.
Fees, right? So again, wires be a group. If you purchase, it adds on to your list. Okay, purchases and fees were how much?
219.67
And
and 75.
75?
Yes.
Okay. Did we have any payments?
150.
Did we have any credits?
62.29. 69, sorry. 62.69.
Okay. All right. And it said that we're using 18% APR. And what was it, monthly or daily? It's daily. And what was our month? Or did they give you a number?
31 days.
31 days. Okay. So again, if you didn't know the month, or they didn't tell you the days, and they gave you the month, then you'd have to do your own figuring out how many days that is. Okay?
How do you figure that?
Say it again.
How do you figure out how many days it is?
If you use your knuckles.
Is that
Yeah,
like
but-
January?
Yep.
Which one's 31 and which one's 30?
January, the high ones are the bigger numbers.
31.
31.
I just remember.
What are credits?
Credits are if you did a return and you got money back.
So you'd be adding that back on.
No, I'm subtracting that. These two right here, if I make a payment or if I make a credit, I'm subtracting. If I make a new purchase or have a fee, I'm adding it back or onto my total.
So we're adding what we have to pay?
In a sense, yes.
So
Because
this would be
it's
like-
more of a bill.
So this would technically be a negative number?
Depends on how you think of it, but yeah, you could think of it that way. Okay? Alright, so what are we going to do? So again, remember, we're doing what method?
18 divided by
Adjusted.
365.
We're doing the adjusted method. So as Derek just said, we're going to take our percentage divided by 365. So again, this is where you got to be careful. Am I using 18 or am I using 0.18? Big difference, right? I have to somewhere move my decimal point. So Derek's saying 18, so I'm going to do this and then move my decimal point. So what did we get?
4.93.
So that means 0.0493.
So then do you have to move to
Times
this one?
that by 31.
Or no?
This is what you got from this.
Yeah.
So now I have to move 2 places.
Times that by 31.
Then I'm going to take this times what? 31. Okay.
We have to find the adjusted balance, so we have to.
310.
Okay, so remember now, because we're doing the adjusted balance, we're taking our previous balance and doing what?
Subtracting my payments.
Subtract these 2 things. Do not do anything with this right now. Or sorry, the other one, the other way. Do not do anything with the purchases and fees. We're doing this box one. So we're going to subtract these out. And again, this is why we like this one, because it's way less, right? So 310.33 minus 150 minus 62.69. And what'd you come up with? So I'm going to throw that into my calculation down here, right? My periodic rate times the number of days that I'm going to be using that rate times my adjusted balance. And what do I get?
No, I don't know what we're doing.
1.49 what?
2.
2. So this is equivalent to $1.49, right?
Yeah.
So again, remember yesterday, what were our rates, or sorry, what was our finance charges? Like $7, or when we got a really big one, it was $27. But look how small this one is. So again, that's good for us, right? Again, we said if we had an option, we're always going to pick this version, but they're probably not going to give us the option. And who would really want to use this as a business wise? So now, what are we going to do? 97.64 plus $1.49 plus 219.67 plus 75 for a grand total of, and this would be called my what? My new balance, right? So we are doing
So we don't do anything with the purchases and fees until the very end.
to the very end in this time. Yes.
So would they give you all this stuff if they wanted the other method?
Yeah, you still would have all that stuff, but you would do your calculations of all that stuff first and then figure out your finance charge. Right? Or I'm going to use my previous balance, find my finance charge, and then add and subtract. Plus the finance charge. 0.8, right? So how do we do? Did you get $393.80? So again, we like this because realistically, it's the exact same process. It just makes this number go down a little bit. And again, so vocabulary-wise, you just have to know those things. This is my finance charge, or the amount of interest I'm going to do. This would be my new balance. My previous balance is where I start, and with this method, we are going to take off our payments and credits from our total, and then figure out, so taking off the box here gets us this number right there. Yes, sir.
Why would anyone do it this way then?
So the banks can make more money.
Banks would tell you which way you're going to do
Yeah,
it.
you're forced to do it.
I don't know why a business would do it this way, unless they're just feeling generous. Basically. Okay. All right. Do we want to go through F?
No.
Kind of? All right, let's do it. So if you don't want to proceed through this one, share the problems that you're going to do for your assignment. Notice also there's a quiz tomorrow. There's only 2 sections, but use the time that you have in here in case you have questions over this, because obviously this will be on the quiz. The quiz is only the first 2 sections. If you want to go through F, we'll go through F. Ricky Luciano's credit card statement showed a previous balance of $166.98. So again, we always have to have our previous balance no matter what. Purchases and fees of $201.88. Payments, credits, 75. Perfect. Okay. And then it says our APR is 21%. And we're going to do the adjusted balance method of a monthly. So we're going to use 12. And they ask what is Ricky's finance charge and new balance. So again, they specifically tell us that it's the adjusted balance method. So we're going to take our previous and do what?
Subtract.
Okay, so you can do this part first if you want, or you can do your thing. So if we do the percentage, we would do 21 divided by 12 to get our rate. You're right. If we're going to do the math part of it over here with our numbers, we're going to take our previous, which is 166.98, and subtract out our payment, right? So we get 98, 91.98.
Yep.
So I'm going to take this times 21 over 12, or 0.21 over 12. I'm just going to write it like that because I don't know the decimals. But I'm going to take this times 91.98.
Okay, wait, so why do you use the decimal when you do that?
Okay, because originally this is a percentage. So when you do 21 over 12, you get this, but I have to take a percent and turn it into a decimal. So you have to do that sooner or later. So maybe it's just easier for you to take this percentage and move the decimal and make this 0.21, and then take that divided by 12. And then it'll move it to that right away. Okay. So then if you punch those 2 things in, you get your finance charge.
I never know how to round it.
Now you can round it. This answer you can round. I got $1.61. Everybody get that? Okay. So then now it says to find your new balance. So I'm going to take this 91.98. Because I've already done this subtraction, I'm going to add my new purchases and add my finance charge. And that should be my new balance. 16, 17, 10, 24, 5, 9. I got 295.47.
You did that different than you did the one.
Yeah. No, I did it the same. The process the same. The only thing that was different was that finding out my periodic rate, because this one was monthly and this one was daily. So if it's daily, I divide this by 365 right here, and then multiply it by the number of days in that cycle. If it's monthly, I just divide by 12.
You divide by, so this one I got, the APR is 12, so divided by 12.
Are you getting a super high number?
Yeah, that's fine. Yes, but you have to take it and move your decimal, so 0.04.
Why do you have to move the decimal?
Because percent is,
The percent thing?
yeah, yeah.
Point 0.00.
But now this one right here, this is probably, this could be a different one, so you gotta see what you. Oh, no, yeah, we're just figuring it out. All right, any questions with any of that? So again, the